All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Woman Empowerment. Today I am joined with Dr. Dorothy Shalua and a special guest, Doris Shalua. Doris, give us a little bit of an introduction of yourself as you are not seen on this channel before.
All right. Well, my name is Doris Shalua, as my sister has told me. Mm-hmm. This is my beautiful mother, and a little bit things about me is I want to be an actor. I've wanted to be an actor for about 3 years now, and next year I will try to be pursuing my dream in acting and going to LA and going to AMDA for 4 years to get my bachelor's in fine arts.
That's beautiful.
So I'm really excited about that. But I'm really happy to be here with you guys, and I'm just ready to enjoy what's going on.
Yeah, we got it. We got all the ladies here, and congratulations on being accepted to AMDA. That is a very big accomplishment. So everyone, today we're going to be discussing Dr. Dorothy Shalua's book called Unleash the Extraordinary You. If you don't have your copy, what are you doing with your life? Today we're going to be discussing chapter 1, which is called Know Who You Are. And I'm going to go ahead and read this quote by Oprah Winfrey that Dr. Dorothy Shalua put in here. So it says, "Don't be confused between what people say you are and who you know you are." And like I said, it's from Oprah Winfrey. I really like that quote that you put in there because it establishes that we need to know who we are first, so that when we go on into this world, the big, bad, ugly world, we can be grounded and not be so influenced by everybody else and the decisions that they're making, because we already have a laser focus on what we want. So the first question that I have to start off this interview is, how do we start on this self-discovery journey? Like, where do we begin? And I'm going to start with you, Dr. Dorothy.
Oh, thank you, because I just love this topic.
Of course.
Because it kind of like distinguishes ourselves from everybody else. And the starting point is to know who created us. And it is God who created us. So if we know who we are from His point of view, it will help to give us that foundation. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we are made from His own image. So if we can just anchor ourselves right there, it will help to know exactly who we are. And that would be my perspective from there.
I like that perspective,
Yes.
Dr. Dorothy. And as you already know, we have a lot of different perspectives here. We have the adult, we have the young adult, and we also have the teenager. So tell us, where do we start in this self-discovery journey? How did you begin?
For me personally, I began with falling in love with myself. It was kind of hard knowing who I was if I wasn't in love with myself. It was a journey for me, dealing with all the stuff in middle school and in high school. It was just, I was trying to be somebody who I wasn't. And that was the hardest thing about it. When I learned to fall in love with who I was, and I realized that God created me beautifully and wonderfully made, and I was the bomb.
Right.
So, I'm not going to conform to other people.
Yes.
That's how I learned, I just fell in love with myself.
That's really good. I like these two perspectives because we have one perspective about knowing your creator, knowing who created you, and love starts vertical and then goes horizontal. Because when we understand that God loves us, we can learn to love ourselves, and then that's when we can learn to love other people. So the next question that I have for you two beautiful women is, what is the importance to know who you are? What does it help with, peer pressure, or what does it help with, knowing your personality? I'm going to start with Dorothy first.
The importance is you would know your dreams. And your dreams help you into your purpose, and they help you into your destiny. So just from knowing who you are and your dreams, your passion, your personality, your values, it helps you to live the life in the fullness. Because now you understand, and it gives you that sense of direction. Where am I going? And there's no better way to be fulfilled than knowing where you are going. So your dreams will direct you on your day-to-day lives.
Right.
Your passion will give you that energy, the motivation to pursue what God has given you inside.
Right.
So just knowing just that, it gives you a lot of advantage, and it differentiates you. Because a lot of times we want to be like everybody else.
Right.
But what will make you stand out is you as being different.
Right.
So if you understand and you know the difference of you, it makes that distinction. And when you are different from somebody else, you stand out in everything you do.
Right. It's capitalizing on your uniqueness.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So Dora, it's the same question to you. What is the importance of knowing who you are, and how does it relate to peer pressure and your personality and whatnot?
I'm just going to piggyback off of my mom over here
Yes.
because she really just nailed this question.
Period.
So I would say that once you know who you are, your values and your morals line up with it. You have to first establish who you are and what you want to do to know what your values are. Like for me especially, like I said, dealing with middle school and in high school, my freshman year, it was hard. I didn't know who I was. So my values and my morals were all over the place. I was trying to fit in with everybody, and people were trying to push me to do wrong things.
Right.
And it was just hard. It wasn't easy because I didn't know who I was.
Exactly.
But once I realized that I am beautifully, wonderfully made, I am the bomb.com.
Period.
I now know what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
I know that I know the difference between living in the world and living of the world. And, you know, it's just easier for me because I know who I am and I know that my values line up with who I am.
Right. So what I'm getting from both of you guys and how we're understanding this is that knowing who you are establishes clarity.
Yes.
You're clear about your vision. You're clear about what you like to do, what you don't like to do. You're clear about your morals, what you will put up with and what you won't put up with. And you're clear about, you know, where you want to go, where do you want to hang out, different things like that. So that leads me to my last question.
Just a minute.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yes, honey.
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
I just want to add on just a little bit of that. It also gives you clarity on your decisions. Because when you already know, these are my passions, these are my dreams, and I know who I am from godly perspectives, you can make the right decisions.
Right.
It guides you on your day-to-day decisions.
Right.
So I'm not going to choose this kind of relationship and I'm going to choose this kind of relationship because I know this kind of relationship adds value to my life.
Right.
This kind of relationship only takes away from me. This kind of relationship is going to put energy, it's going to put fuel in my in the dream and the passion and what God has given in my path that God is showing me. So I just wanted to add up on that. It helps us in our decision. Not only that, as we know who we are, the story of ourselves would not scare us.
Right.
Because sometimes you feel scared of your story. Like for example, I am coming from a very hard story from Africa where things are not as here in America where we are.
Right.
So it kind of like different. But that story is very unique for me and it has created me. It doesn't make me scared. It gives me the right perspective. Because I came from this kind of background,
Right.
it adds to my strength, though it has its weaknesses, but I can pick a lot of the advantage and the strength from where I come from. So my story and knowing my story has been very important to position me and take advantage and opportunities as they come along.
Right. I really like that you touched on that. It's basically like accepting what you've gone through, accepting who you are, so that you can use that to propel you in life. Dora, have you ever done this in your life? Like you just accepted who you are, accepted what you're going through, and it propels you into moving forward?
Honestly speaking, yes, it has.
Expound on that. Like, what specifically happened?
Dealing with relationships and accepting the fact that once something is done, it's done. And you just have to ponder. You have to think to yourself, like, I can't keep going back to this.
Right.
I can't keep thinking about the past. I need to take that experience and propel forward,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not healthy to just stay in the past. You need to take what you've learned
Mm-hmm.
and you need to go forward.
Right.
You need to build, you need to expound yourself. And
Right.
that really helped me dealing with my past relationship and going further and being the person I am sitting here today.
Right.
So that really has helped me a lot.
Thank you so much for giving your insight, both of you guys. Wow, that was beautiful. So the last question that I have for both of you is, how does it benefit us in our everyday lives to know who we are? Like, how can we deal with people? How does it impact our relationships, our career, and our passions? I'm going to start with Dorothy first.
When we know our weaknesses and we know our strength,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like helps us to know how and where should I start.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to put more energy on your strength. And then on the areas of your weaknesses, you want to enhance, you can collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
You already know that I am weak in this area. For example, in a business,
Mm-hmm.
I am already weak in this area. So what do?
Right.
Instead of concentrating on that weakness, bring somebody else who's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Bring partner with somebody else. You don't have enough resources to fuel on that weakness. It's okay.
Right.
You don't have to do it. Find a partner that is going to help you.
That's true.
And come with this, with that kind of a strength.
Mm-hmm.
And as you partner, though you are weak, but together you become very strong in that particular area.
Yeah.
So knowing who you are kind of like helps you also to deal with different types of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Know who you are in the ministry as well. If you know your strength, you know your weaknesses, you know where to concentrate and where to build.
Mm-hmm.
And we are people who are supposed to be growing, to be increasing, and to do self-development.
Right.
So you already know that these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Where should I start?
Right.
Yes, and where do I need to develop myself?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I already know that there are some areas that I am not very strong with.
Right.
So for me, in those areas, I always like to ask other people to help me in those areas. I'm not such an organized place. So my administrative assistant is super organized.
Right.
So that's how it was.
Right.
They are very organized. They help me they organize me. They remind me. So it really helps me because I've already known in those areas I'm not strong,
Mm-hmm.
and I can still pursue my dream,
Mm-hmm.
and I can still work very efficiently and effectively,
Right.
even though I have weaknesses.
Mm.
So because I just know who I am.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Just because, and also my relationships.
Boom.
Yes, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I know which relationships can help me, and I know which relationship will take me down.
Exactly. Exactly. That is so true. I really like the point that you made about capitalizing on your strength and collaborating with your weaknesses.
Yes.
Because a lot of people ignore their weaknesses. A lot of people even try to work on it to the point where it's like they're stuck. It's like, I don't know how to do this, and I'm afraid to ask anyone. So I'm really glad that you touched on that. So Dora, the question is to you as well. Like, how does knowing who you are benefit you in your everyday life, whether it's relationships, your passion, your career? How does it do that?
So personally, I would say I use my personality and who I am to my advantage.
Yeah.
As an actor and aspiring actress, it's hard to really find pieces and to do monologues, but I know that I'm already a goofy, bubbly, and dramatic person. So I try to find things that fit my personality,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see me flourish and
Right.
you can see my talent on a 10.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go with something, well, like my mother said, I wouldn't go specifically on my weaknesses,
Mhm.
like something somber. Like, I would use my personality to my advantage. I already know that I'm a happy and bubbly person, so I'm going to pick a happy piece in a monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would say, relationship-wise and
Right.
friends-wise, if you know who you are, you know how to encourage somebody.
Yes.
You know how to turn up your personality or turn it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dealing with somebody and they're having a bad day, I can just make them laugh, make them smile, and it's easy for me to do that because I know who I am, and I know that's my strength.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're going through something like I would say like hard or
Right.
dealing with loss or something, I would try to comfort them, but at the same time, I would, you know, as my mother said, try to get some other people too, because I know that's not really my strength,
Right.
but I still don't want to leave this person out and have them feeling, you know, sad.
Right.
So
That's really good. Both of you guys give really good tips. If I do say so myself, we collaborate together. We collaborate. Wow. Period. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining us on this great talk about Unleash the Extraordinary You. If you don't have your copy, again, what are you doing with your life? Links will be down below, and so you can purchase your copy. Learn who you are so that you can learn how to move in this life. Capitalize on your strengths and collaborate with your weaknesses. And just, live an abundant life. Thank you again for both of you. I really appreciate this, and it encouraged me so much. And I hope that it encouraged you guys as well. Have a great day.